you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that last video. I know it's a little all over the place. We're gonna try and smooth some of that out. I'm also learning, you know what I mean? I'd love to see what you guys think about it, if you like that, if you think it was too much all over the place or jumping around. The software would also mess with me a little bit when I was doing the drone editing. So we're gonna try and stay on topic, but I think I really do wanna try and do closer to daily vlogs every other day. I think we'll start with every other day, and then from there, if we can maintain that, we'll eventually move into doing daily vlogs, if that's something you guys want. So comment down below what you guys want, if you want daily vlogs or, you know, every other day, or what you'd rather see. The more vlogs we have, the less content's gonna be stacked into them at a time. Because of that, we're gonna be working on projects and stuff, and not be able to go A to B through the project and get it all done in one setting. But nonetheless, we will be able to see, you know, how it actually is and what I get done in a day, and you guys can have a better feeling of that, and maybe even, you know, just be on a better personal level like that. Right now it's 5:27. We are hauling our booty over to Yearwood because I need to go pick up some hose and some fittings, because I want to redo the turbo feed on this. The hose I don't think will fit. I just would rather almost replace the turbo feed hose and have it be brand new and not worry about it. Here we are at the good old Yearwoods. Here's what we got, guys. We're gonna try and do, this is I don't remember if it's quarter or eighth, but these are just quarter to -4 and eighth to -4 and then I got 2 new fittings just in case. I think the one off the turbo is straight, and then I want to do a 90 off the block. So if this comes straight out of the block, we'll have this guy just go straight up and around. You see what I'm talking about? Dang, guys, that's a good looking truck right there. I love these new trucks, man. These new Fords look amazing. He's got some smaller wheels on him, but it's a good looking truck. I like it, I like it, okay. Little metal rack up there for hauling crap. We're on our way to Harbor Freight to go pick up some easy outs if they have them, hopefully. If not, we'll stop by Lowe's and grab some, because I'm sure they'll have some. We'll probably change and head on down to the shop and get working on this girl. Alright, unfortunately, guys, they did not have any. They were out completely. They do carry them, but they were just out. We were going to Lowe's. Did have like some other kind of extractor, but it was like for screws or something like that. Didn't look too sturdy or reusable or good. Looked kind of cheap, so. Dang, that looks good, guys. I think that bumper is never gonna fall off ever again. So I'm having a hard time finding anything here. Unfortunately, like the only thing they have is the same thing. And the dude that was over here a minute ago was not very helpful. These are the same things that they had over at Harbor Freight. So, well, the search continues, because obviously we can't find these dang easy outs anywhere. I thought they used to be pretty common, pretty easy to get, but apparently not anymore. Still, this Lexus is fire though. I can't even hate this back bumper install. It's been a couple days now since you saw that last stuff, and also I'm gonna stick in here right now. We're gonna go look at the logo. This is for the logo design. So we've been talking about it. I told you guys I'd keep you involved with this. This is something I want to keep, you know, on the channel and keep you guys fully involved with, and you know, I'd love to see your guys' opinions and see what you guys think. So let me show you the logos. So obviously up here in the top left we have my favorite, which is the number one that they've designed. I like this one the best. I like the way that this is designed. This is kind of like a short J and W, and the way it overlaps. I think it's clean looking. I really like it. This, not a big fan of it all, so I'm not going to cover it. This one is not really. It looks like a power button, like my fiance said, kind of weird. This is kind of okay, the JW in there. I think I like this, the JaegerWrenching underneath. This reminds me of like Wall Street or something like that. And then down here, this kind of reminds me of like a 6th gen Camaro badge or something. You know, I told him I like modern rust stone and wood, and so they literally just put rust stone and wood. Looks like a baseball logo or something like that. I'm not a big fan of that, and obviously this one down here is pretty close to one that I sent originally, so I think they kind of mimic that. Tell me what you guys think. This is by far my favorite thus far. Still not perfect. So I'd like to know what you guys think or what your thoughts are on the logo. I'm really not too hyped on any of them except for the first one. It looks okay, kind of what I'm going for. Nonetheless, I feel like there's very little effort put into this, and to be honest, we're gonna be on a phone call with them and go over it a little bit because I want to let them know we're just gonna have to find somebody that their style is, you know, on par with our style or jives with our style, and we'll go from there, you know what I mean? But let me know what you guys think down below. Also, trying to get stuff rolling. Did an oil change on my mom's car as well, so we had to do that. Obviously, you gotta take care of your mom. And then on top of that, I was trying to find this bit, and I can't find anybody in town's got an easy out. It's like everybody's breaking stuff or something because I just can't find a dang easy out. So the whole time my coworker had one, I just should have looked, you know, or ex-coworker. But I already tried this a little bit just to see if it'd bite, and it is. So we're gonna go ahead and look at it. I'm kind of nervous. I'm almost scared it wants to break a little bit, which is very nerve-wracking. So we're gonna see if we can get it to kind of break free, and we'll stick you guys on there. But let me show you what we were doing. If you guys remember, that's what we're trying to get out right there. So let's get the camera set up and see if we can get it out. You guys see that? You guys can see it's a little sketch up in here. I'm trying to support it so we don't put too much side load on it and break the bit off. So I'm gonna put the flashlight in my mouth to hold it and try and get my other hand up there on top to support it. Okay, you guys, so a bummer there. We can't get it with that. I'm a little nervous because I don't want to break it. I may try a little bit more, but as you guys can see, it's tough. It is tight in there, and I think the reason it was so tight was because when you do NPT fittings like this, you have to spin them right until they get snug. That's the way that NPT is. The problem is when you have something like this where you have this elbow that kind of needs to be faced a certain direction, you got to keep spinning this thing, spinning and spinning and spinning until it gets nice and tight. Now you need to still go another 1/2 to 3/4 of a turn before this guy is where you want it directionally. It becomes really tight extremely quickly. We have a really good bite, guys, and it is not wanting to budge at all whatsoever. So this is a real pain in my butt. I was hoping it would be a little easier, and I was like, it'll be easy, an easy out in it, stick it in, it'll come out, away we go. But it is just not seeming to work that way, guys, and I'm kind of running out of ideas. I actually got it, and so what I did was I put my hand up here and I wrapped it around this pipe. So I basically put my hand up and cupped it, used it to brace and started spinning it, and now, if you can see, we actually got it to freaking finally break free. Maybe the heat sunk in a little bit, heated that area, also helped me out a little bit, but it's finally coming out. Oh, hallelujah. Would you guys look at that? It finally came off. Holy Bertoli, it's off of there. Woo-wee. So all I did is just went back and tried it again with a little force and braced it. We got it, guys, so I'm stoked about that. Absolutely stoked. That was awesome. So now that that's done, we are going to build a new line. So let's lower the car and look at it and see what we need to do. But now we already know we're not going to need the 1/4 inch. We're going to need the 1/8 inch. So that is 1/8 inch NPT to -4 AN. So instead of having that big old conglometry like was on there prior, we're going to just go to this nice aluminum fitting here, and we're going to put some Teflon tape on it and run it in there. So let's do that real quick. Alright, it's kind of hard to see, but that's it, guys. Pretty simple, just some Teflon tape. When you put the Teflon tape on there, you want to make sure you tape it going around if you're looking at it starting from left going to right, so that way when you tighten this into the block, it'll pull the tape tighter as well and not unwind it. Because if you ran it the other way and you went to tighten it, it would actually unwind your tape as you did it. So okay guys, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take this line off, and that's one of the reasons why I always make the this line first, is just so I can stick it on there and then run it exactly how I want it ran, and then take a measurement and mark it and cut it and have the perfect length line. One of my favorite things about this line is the way that it looks. I think it's a really pretty looking line. It looks good in the engine bay, helps dress it up. I think the black looks a little nicer than this steel. I don't like how close this is to the manifold. If this were to burst and this is really hot and spray oil all over it, it is a potential very big fire hazard. There you go, this hose is out. So I definitely think I like that, and the reason I went with that is because I believe it gets us the furthest away from the manifold. It helps keep the oil nice and cool coming to the turbo, and yeah, I think it'll just increase the longevity of the hose by keeping it further away from the manifold. I think aesthetically it looked a little nicer just coming up and going over here, but functionality is better this way. I'm a big believer in function over form, so you know, it has to function right before it looks great. Alright, there you guys go. You can see the hose is just past it. And actually, there's not too much hose here. So I think we're just going to pull it out and put an end on it, because it's not worth cutting off the 1 to 4 inches that would, you know, shorten it and make it perfect. Alrighty guys, you can see it's in there, and I also went ahead and clocked it upwards so that way it would clear the oil filter. I wouldn't have any obstructions from it, so yeah. And there you go with the oil filter in. You can see it looks pretty good. You got the beautiful fitting, the hose going up around the filter with plenty of clearance. It's kind of difficult to see the angle, but we got a good 1.5 to 2 inches on the top side of the filter to the line, so yeah. Okay guys, there it is, all finalized. We got it in there. We got it nice and tight on the turbo, comes up, goes to the Del clamp there, around to that Del clamp, and then sneaks through. I wish this was a little bit straighter, but you know what? It's good for what it is, and it's definitely better than it was. That is 100% sure. We got 2 more things we need to do in order to get this girl up and running to where we can go out and bang some gears, and that is 1, fix the shifter, and 2, fix the tire rubbing on this T-bolt clamp. So let's go ahead and lift it up, get at that T-bolt clamp, adjust that real quick, and then we'll move on to the shifter, and then this car will be ready to make some hits on the street and actually bang some gears. Because I went to go from 2nd to 3rd and missed, and I was like, man, what the heck, 3rd was not even where it was supposed to be, and that's because I'm pretty sure the shifter's got a bunch of slop in it, which I'll show you guys. It needs some spacers, so. And that right there is what I'm talking about. You guys see that huge gap? Look at that gap. That's ridiculous. So basically when you move the shifter over here, it's got all that slop that it can play, you know, move. Look at that. That does not make for consistent shifting, so. So I got a stack of washers, guys. Big fat stack. We're gonna stack them. All right guys, there we go, got them on. Couple spacers. It's a little difficult to see up in here, but you can see there's the bolt head there. We got our spacers on there. We're gonna go ahead and put our nut on and snug it down. Alright guys, so what I went ahead and did was took this T-bolt clamp and flipped it around so you can see it's over there, so it shouldn't be affecting anything. I mean, if the tire's rubbing this, we got bigger issues, so it's kind of nice and hidden up there. I can push it down if I want to get at it, but it's definitely held on better as well. So the tire's gonna rub here, which I'm okay with it rubbing here because it's smooth. It won't jack up the tire or mess it up or anything. So worst case, it'll yank this out, pull a boost pipe out. But I'm hoping this one doesn't rub, and you know, because there's not much I could do. I could maybe spin this one back in a little bit so that way it's kind of facing, the bolt part would be coming out like this way, but you know, that's about it. Maybe I'll do that real quick since we're right here, and then we'll put the tire back on. Alright, well that's it for this video. I appreciate you guys watching. We extracted the old broken oil pressure sensor / turbo feed line. We installed our new AN and rebuilt the entire line, feed line to the turbo with brand new line and 2 brand new fittings. We also went ahead, fixed the shifter issue that we had, and it definitely feels a lot better after we went ahead and put those shims in there. I really like it. It feels good and consistent now. And then we went ahead and changed those T-bolt clamps, moved them over, put the tire on, just gotta torque it. It's late now, it's like 12 o'clock, a little after 12, so I need to go home, go to bed, but maybe tomorrow we'll have some Sunday fun day driving this beast and scaring my fiance in it, because it's a pretty cool car and I kind of want to hook up the boost controller and turn it up just a little bit, make 400, maybe 430, somewhere in that range, a couple pounds of boost, and you know, have some fun. But as always, thank you guys for watching. Keep wrenching on your own cars. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. Definitely helps me out. And also, if you like this content, subscribe, because I will be making more, and hit that notification bell so you know when my next video comes out. But as always, time for you guys to get the heck out of here.